Silky Ultra Accel folding saw.
Hi, I'm Nita.
And I'm Shenae, and today we're talking about the Ultra Accels.
Yes, that's right. Today we have the Ultra Accel as our feature saw. Silky make a range of 3 different saws in the Ultra Accel flag or umbrella, and these are them displayed here on our bench.
Yeah, so we have the red one here is what we have a large tooth curved.
Yes.
And then we have a large tooth straight.
Yes.
Then we also have a, you could say, fine tooth, like as in a little bit of a carpentry saw.
And it has a unique upward concave blade, so
Yes.
it's very, very different.
Very, very much is.
Yeah, so we thought we might talk about the pruning side of things first, which is the red and the yellow. Now, the difference between a straight blade and a curved blade is not preference, it's actually functionality and how they work and the ergonomics of the arm.
Yes.
So when you're cutting on an angle like above your head, your arm naturally moves in a curved motion, and therefore a curved saw is going to work really efficiently. However, if you're cutting straight in front of yourself, now that might be your trees are shorter, younger, or they're just bushes and things that you're cutting, or they could be that you're on a ladder, so everything you're cutting is directly in front of you, then your arm naturally moves in a straight motion. So what happens when you use a curved saw in a straight motion is you actually miss the middle of the blade. Now, with Silky's folding saws, it's not a really strong curve, it's a very soft sort of curve. So you probably wouldn't notice it quite so much with one of these folders like the Ultra Accel, but that still is why, because our arm naturally moves straight in front of us, and therefore a straight blade is more efficient.
Suitable.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use both on either, but you'll just find that you'll probably end up doing a bit of a rocking motion like this when you're using a curved saw in front of yourself. So basically look at it and go, most of the time am I going to be working in front of myself? And if the answer is yes, then go straight. But if most of the time you're going to be on an angle, then go curve.
So what makes the Ultra Accel so unique? Well, for starters, it has the steel at the top and also steel at the bottom with the special gum rubber in the middle.
So it's over it basically.
Yes.
Molded over the steel.
Yes. So speaking of special gum rubber, Silky Japan have called the rubber on the Ultra Accel a rubber jacket. So that means it's like a jacket that wraps around the aluminium chassis on the Ultra Accel. So this is light and comfortable to use.
Yeah, so very strong. So that's what really makes the Ultra Accel stand out from the rest.
It is a lot.
Very strong saw.
Very, very strong saw. So if you are rough on your gear, or you are camping, hiking or bushcrafting, and you are cutting lots of timber, all different types of material,
and your friends might stand on your saw,
then this is the one.
This is the one for you.
Yes. And they have nice bright colours as well, so easy to spot out if you put it in the grass.
Yeah, but the colour does refer to the blade inside.
Yep.
So you don't sort of get to choose a curved blade with a yellow handle. It's the yellow handle has the straight blade, the red handle has the curved, and the white has the concaved fine tooth blade.
Yes. Another special feature about these two has the 2 blade settings at the top. So the 2 notches give it 2 blade settings. So you have your standard one, but then you have your second setting that pushes the blade towards the top. So
a lot of people say, oh, how do I get it into those 2 situations? Well, you hold the saw as if you were going to use it, then you lift your thumb and you just press that lever up and down. So by pressing it down, it releases a bar that's inside here, and that bar is what fits into either of these notches. So you just lift the blade while this is pressed into whichever sort of section you want, then let go of that and it will lock into place. So if you want it in the second section, press it again, lift the blade up and then let it lock in.
And you'll notice that when you push that lever down, the blade won't automatically close on your fingers. So I have it upright and it's still not closing down. So you have to physically push that blade back, put it in that setting for those safety reasons.
That's right. And if you want the blade ever to be a bit tighter when you're opening and closing it, or looser if you feel it's too tight, you can just adjust the screw here because there's a split washer underneath. So that allows you to have it on whatever pressure you want really. So as Shenae said, nice and safe or nice and convenient, whatever you need. So the Ultra Accel also has the special mirami tooth that many of the Silky saws have, which is that super smooth, super sharp. See, I have a war wound here from setting it up, and I think Shenae just got herself one there. Super sharp teeth. Cut skin very easily.
Yeah.
But it also has a very smooth finish. So if you are wanting a saw to prune at home, so it's important that you have a nice clean cut so that your tree can heal over very quickly, then both of these saws, well, 3 of them should we say, will give that super smooth, beautiful finish. It nearly feels like the branch has been sanded afterwards. It's such a beautiful, smooth finish. And that style of tooth actually is a very easy feeling tooth as well. So when you cut with it, it feels very little resistance. So it's a really easy saw to use. So anybody, somebody who's older or somebody who's younger or somebody who doesn't have a lot of strength is going to find this saw really easy to use. And that special gum rubber that Shenae mentioned earlier that's wrapped around that metal handle, that's a special rubber patent to Silky, and it's a brilliant rubber because it absorbs vibrations, and it's also a really comfortable rubber to hold on to. And if you get sweaty or wet in the rain, that'll actually become more grippy. It won't become slippery. So a very, very neat design from Silky on the handle.
Yes, that is. Now popping over. Oops.
Oh, and also, just in case you're going to zip out on the video, we are going to do a demo at the end of all of these saws on different pieces of wood, so you can see exactly how they cut.
So we have what we classify as the carpentry saw. So as you can see, it has a slight upward shape of the blade. Sorry, if you hold that, I'll show you just a comparison with a normal size. So you can see that it has a slight curve on the blade.
Yeah. So the reason for that is Silky Japan worked out that our arm naturally actually swings like this when we rock it backwards and forwards. So if you're cutting on a workbench, that's actually what your arm wants to do. It wants to sort of do like a pirate ship swing, you know, like those rides at the show. So they decided to make blades in that shape so that it would be more ergonomic. Now all Silky's cut on the pull stroke, so it's on that backward motion that the cutting happens, and in the forward swing all of the wood chip is being pushed out of the cut. But yeah, that upward angle actually is very, very comfortable when cutting on a flat surface like a workbench or a table or even the ground. And as Shenae mentioned, this is a much finer tooth, so very, very good for carpentry wood or anything fibrous like palms, bamboo, anything like that. And we've got a few customers that we know like to cut their palm fronds up into smaller sections and then they put them in like a garden waste bin. So the concave works well on that because you tend to be cutting to a surface for that sort of activity. So very, very neat saw, and the fact that it folds, it means the blade's always protected. So you don't have to worry about where did you put the case for it. The teeth are always protected in the handle. And again, that double setting that Shenae mentioned earlier, because again, working on a workbench, it is very handy to be able to have that a little bit higher.
Yes. Another feature about the saw, it has the little hole at the end so you can attach a D-clip or a carabiner through it.
Yeah, it's slightly too small, but yes, a larger version of one of these. Yeah. Also, Silky do a range of cases. Gom cases, doubles or singles. Doubles meaning you can put a pair of secateurs and your handsaw, or singles just for the handsaw that you can attach to your belt, or again with a carabiner or a D-clip, so they can also be put in a holster. Now all of the Ultra Accels as well have a hardened treatment on the tips of the teeth, so they can't be sharpened. So this range of saws is a non-sharpenable range, but you can get replacement blades should you need anything. And a good point also to mention is all Silky parts are available and you can replace. So basically if you can pull it off the product, you can get it as a replacement. And actually something else to bear in mind, if you are buying one of these folding saws as possibly something to take camping, we do recommend people will get themselves an extra set of screws just in case you do lose the screws, because they can be a bit of a pain to have to find an alternative or a replacement. And that's just through maybe overuse or bouncing up and down in the back of a ute or four-wheel drive if you're going off-road. So always good to think about, do you need an extra set of screws to have in the glove box, just in case.
So how do you look after your Ultra Accel or Silky saw? So we recommend 2 products. So we have our easy cleaning product. So it's 100% natural with the base product being tea tree oil. So great for soaking in and getting rid of all that sap and resin that is left on the blade. So it's available in 2 sizes. The sample bottle size is 100 ml and then it can go up to 750 ml. So, but yeah, it will use on all your tools like your secateurs.
Yeah, it's a great cleaner, And as a side bonus, it's antibacterial too, so it's a really good one.
Yeah.
Then we recommend after your saw, or as Shenae said, any of your garden tools are clean, give them a spray with a lubricant like a lanolin spray. So don't use anything with a solvent. Lanolin is brilliant, that's a sheep oil. It will create a protective seal which will stop oxygen and therefore rust getting to your blade. So important point to make sure you don't get rust on your blades. Not only does it not make it look pretty and shiny anymore, but it will prevent the saw from working efficiently. So Silky Japan have spent a lot of time and research into figuring out the best angles, the best shape to have your blades to give them strength but also ease of use. And if you let rust build up on that blade, what you're doing is you're actually widening the blade. So by widening the blade, you're taking away the hollow grinding that they've done, which encourages wood chips to come out of the cut that you're cutting. And the saw is going to start to stick, and it's going to feel like it's sticky in the cut, and it's going to get jammed, and you're going to end up breaking it and get frustrated. So don't let rust build up on the blade, and then you won't have any of that happening, and you will have a saw blade for years and years and years.
Yes, you will. All right, so let's try some demos.
Yes.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like the color. You trying to beat your 5?
Yeah.
4.
Not even a full 4.
So I have the Ultra Accel curved in my hand. So being a silky Japanese saw, they only cut on the pull stroke. So the easiest way to remember and to wrap your brain around it, start the cut at the handle and draw that saw towards you. So you start the cut at the handle and draw that saw towards you. When you push on that push stroke, it doesn't cut very well. So let's cut this piece of wood.
Okay, so we're going to give an example of why you would not choose a curved saw if all your work is in front of you, because it is so difficult to get even pressure on all the teeth. Now Shenae's going to do a cut just using it as you comfortably would use the saw, and let's count how many cuts she has to do and also whether she's using the full length of the blade.
All right.
So that was 9 strokes to get through that branch. Now Shenae's going to do it really slowly, and she's going to concentrate on putting even pressure on all of those teeth and using as much of the blade as possible, and we're going to count how many strokes she does it in. Now she could have nearly done that in 4 strokes, but she actually did it in 5 because she didn't use the full length of the blade on the last stroke. But watch how much deeper it goes into the branch with each stroke putting even pressure on all those teeth. Take 2. Alright, so this is the carpentry saw. We're just going to cut up this bit of pine. So all Silky's cut on the pull stroke, so remember to start your cut right next to the handle because it's on the drawer that the cutting's happening, even with these carpentry saws.
Thank you so much for watching our video on the
Yes.
Ultra Accel. If you require any more information, please leave us a comment or you can shoot us an email and we'll be happily be able to assist you.
Yes, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like the video and tell your friends. We still need to get to 1,000 subscribers, please, so we can do some cool stuff to this video.
But we hope you enjoy your week and we will see you next time.
Bye!
Bye!